Hey guys, welcome to a video from Cezor. You are joined with me Bilal Mulji, and today I will be talking about a Snow White case. Yes, you heard it right. We are talking about the ThermalTake H200 Snow White edition. I mean, yeah, there are no 7 dwarfs over here, but I think they just sort of thought about white and snow and gave it that look. Why? Because, well, the case is bright white. It's not towards the bluish side. It's more kind of looks like snow. So I guess that's why they gave it the name. Now, talking about the case is quite different. It has a RGB strip on the front left side of it, which is controlled by the front IO button. It's a dedicated button to control that RGB. And of course, the front IO has its normal power on button, which is eliminated, and of course the usual audio input and the microphone input jacks. USB 3.0, 2 of them for your convenience. I know, right? It's pretty standard. But then again, it also has a metal front plate, which is also colored white, which means that you can, probably put a magnetic headset holder or fridge magnets if you want. Kind of like to personalize your PC. But yeah, I mean, that's an interesting thing. But the plastic, the outside jacket is made up of plastic. So the thing is that you can remove the plastic and you can actually unscrew the metal plate, and then you can probably, you can mod it, or you can paint it, or you can draw on it, doodle on it, whatever, and just screw that back in. It also has the side vents on the case, which is kind of unique because it also has a mesh filter at the back. It's not that fine, but it's good enough to not let insects inside your case. Dust, probably, maybe so, maybe not. But then, yeah, no insects, unless they're like really tiny ones. But then again, I'm not sure of insects going into the PC case. All right, coming back to the case itself, it has a side door tempered glass panel, which is openable all the way up to 180 degrees, and then it's also removable. You can just take it out from the hinge that it is attached to and just place it back in when you're done finishing the build. And when you close it, it has 2 magnets, so it just closes and stays there. So that's the side panel with a nice black border. Yeah, it looks good. And yeah, okay, now moving to the top side of the case. Apart from the IO, it also has a black color mesh filter, and the top side is well, it can accommodate 2 120mm fans on the top, but I would not advise you to put a radiator on top, because the space between the top metal and the top sheet and the motherboard mountings is not that great enough for a top radiator mount. But you can mount a full size radiator on the front. You can try to mount a 360, but again, 240 is good enough in my opinion of the case. So, and yeah, the case comes with a 120mm basic case fan from ThermalTake that is included in the case itself. You do not get any other additional fans with the case for the front, so that's just one single fan. In my opinion, that's nice, because then evidently, if you're going to put a radiator on the front, or you're going to put RGB fans like how we did, you're not wasting any fans. So yeah, that's the overall interior. When you go probably inside, it's got a large motherboard tray cutout. It's a large cutout at the back, so that you can mount any type of coolers that you want. It's very easily accessible. And for this my mini ITX boards, which has the NVMe at the back, so that kind of supports it there too. So moving on, that's the motherboard mountings. It can house a mini ITX, micro ATX, and a full ATX board. Then moving on further to the PSU side of things, it has a PSU shroud. The shroud has a window, so that you know what power supply that you are using, or others know what power supply that you are using. And on top of the PSU shroud, you have 2 SSD tray mounts, which again, you can show off your SSDs. If you're that kind of a person, then yeah, sure, why not? And underneath the shroud, on towards the front of the case, we have the hard drive mounting plate. Now this hard drive mounting plate By the looks of it, it accommodates only one HDD, but you can also mount two, or one HDD and one SATA SSD drive, and it's kind of convenient. You just need to remove one screw, take out the tray, fit in the hard drive, then put the tray back in and make your connections. Moving on further, the case has a very large filter for your power supply. Yeah, the only thing that I don't like about this case is the cable management space at the back. Now the only thing is that on the motherboard side, where the CPU 4+4 pin connector or 8 pin connector is there, you don't have any space at all. It's, if you just, like, if you're lucky with flat cables PSUs, then I think you can still manage it, but otherwise you just can't. But on the front side, there's a lot of space. There's like around 30 mm gap right in the front. It reminds me of a case which I have seen before, but it has a larger area to put all your wires over there, like how we did in this particular build. The RGB in the front is controlled by the button on the top. It's called RGB, so just, it's a toggle button, so you can just manually control the RGB effects on the front. So my take on this particular case is it's bright as snow. It looks good. I believe that you could use this particular case for mid-range builds, something with probably an i5 or a Ryzen 5 coupled up with probably, you know, an air cooler or 240 mm AIO. I mean, I think when you have a look at this case, I think you should go in for an air cooler. So something like that, mid-range PC, you know, couple up with probably GTX or GTX 1660 Ti or RTX 2060 super to the max. Some that kind of a build would probably suffice this case, because this case is priced somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees, depends on where you get it, or maybe even less. So that's it from me. I'm Bilal Mulji. You're watching the Cezor PC Studio YouTube channel, or the Cezor YouTube channel, whichever you're comfortable with. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, press that like button, press that share button if you want others to see what you just saw, and click that subscribe button if you are the first time seeing this video and you probably like something that you saw. And please do tell us in the comments if we have missed out anything, or if there's something that you want to tell us, or you would like us to know about this case, or if you have any questions, or if you want to buy this case, or yada yada yada. So just comment, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.